It's Week 15 in the NFL, so get ready for the reigning MVP, Aaron Rodgers of the Packers, and the previous MVP, Lamar Jackson of the Ravens, next on EA Sports.
Some might say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Baltimore Ravens. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. And we get our first look now at Aaron Rodgers in his 17th season now with the Green Bay Packers. And, of course, coming off a great 2020 where he took home the MVP trophy.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The numbers for Jones last week, 11 carries, 62 yards.
And, partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week. It's a pretty good success, and we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be someone they can move.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Rodgers, and that'll be incomplete.
Defensively, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Looking deep for Adams. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Packers are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
And you'd think on 3rd down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 15 carries, 94 yards, and a score.
They've got a nice scheme going right now, and they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting to hear.
Now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Packers pick it up. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. To throw is Rodgers. Slant to Adams. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. A check down here to Jones. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Odafe Owe able to record his 5th sack of the season. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. He finds Randall Cobb on the completion. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Play action. Now Jackson out to his left. He's going deep for Brown. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, for Lamar Jackson, we know all about how dangerous he is running the football, but he can really sling it as well, and he connects on a big one there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Green Bay offense ready to take over and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not pump the ball again.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Rodgers going to throw. It's complete to Golden Tate. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First catch so far for Tate, and he's got a 1st down. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. Rodgers now on 1st down. Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal. Jones able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now. And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Golden Tate, his first touchdown on the year. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
A first down carry for Henry. He'll get 3 up to midfield. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From midfield now, here's Jackson being chased out left. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson, eluding the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched the playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete, and he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. And it's complete to Adams. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. Well, Devontae Adams, he's a great volume receiver. Here, he's able to do some pretty nifty work after the catch.
And plenty to praise on the play, but this is also a bit of a breakdown defensively because you've got to be right on him when he makes the catch. Otherwise, he has the ability to really make you pay, and he does right there, picking up excellent real estate after the catch.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get them back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once. where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
So far, he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. They go play action now. Jackson forced out to his left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Play action. It's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Rolling to his left. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. They go play action with Jackson. Rolling to his right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Hey, check back, check back. Oh. Come, baby.
Here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Rashawn Gary. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. They'll roll him out, and he's going to go down again. Za'Darius Smith. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Steps away to his left. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Jackson now. Flushed out right. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. Now Jackson on first down. On the move to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now it's Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. To throw again is Jackson, sliding out of the pocket. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, throwing back across his body. Adrian Amos with a pick, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, Rodgers. Into the secondary, past the 40, and all the way up to the 46. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Justin Matabike there to bring him down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
12 more yards there and another 1st down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Rodgers now to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2 and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Steps away. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson escaping the pressure right. He's going to look downfield for Henry. That's caught. Touchdown! Derrick Henry. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it? They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've got an answer for it. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Robert Tonyan, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. A give to Jones. There's a nice move. 1st down and much more here for Jones. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. 43 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Rodgers. He hits Adams, complete. And it's a Packers touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Rodgers will throw for it. You have fun with this one, partner? I am. He's been fun to watch under center. We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up. 4 touchdown passes. Carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC. What we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot. And it makes me reflect back to preseason. It got his man complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, 76 yards. And the Ravens cut into that lead. So now, once again, the Ravens will go for 2. You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play. Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Marching back onto the field now, Devontae Adams and company getting set to go. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. From the 27, Rodgers. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Jackson, he'll buy some time right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down. From the gun, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Devin Duvernay. His second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Brandon, is there any way you and I can join this quarterback in the zone he's in? He's absolutely feeling it. Touchdown after touchdown, throwing the ball. I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball. I said, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Now here's a throw that's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Here's Rodgers. Slant to Adams. And he's got room. Touchdown. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Packers use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And a less than desirable return as he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 15. Jackson out to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Rolling to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. On third down, Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it.
Well, with the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
On 2nd down now. It's Jones. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12.
52 yards on the ground for him so far.
So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee. Well, Charles, it's